one, two, three, four. Boomba, 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 boomba,
Oh, that was a good one.
That was good. Cans are good. All right.
Wait, we're going?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back to Boomba Cast.
Here we go.
Today we are in my humble abode yet again.
Yet again.
The boys are here. My name is Baxter.
My name is Ben.
I'm Riley.
And I'm Brendan, and I have a big toe fetish once again.
Oh my gosh. So, Ben,
Oh shit.
I wanted to bring this up straight
Let's
away.
get straight
I
on
got to
to
tick
it.
this off my
Go on, tick
my
it off.
notes.
He's got his list back out again.
Tell us about.
Sup guys, Brendan here from the future. So I just want to quickly jump in with a message here. One particular member of the podcast, I'll let you guess who, wanted a certain section of the podcast cut. So this is just me kind of jumping in to say sorry. There's a bit that's missing. It's only about 2.5 minutes. But yeah, so it's going to go. Stick around till the end of the podcast for a special little message though. We'll see you then. Maybe you would add to the experience.
Oh my god!
Take
It's
notes,
2019. We can be more open about this shit, you know?
We have just.
Alright, let's quickly
We had to start with a bang.
How to get
Let's
demonetized
jump
before we
shit.
even monetize?
Has anyone seen the new Joker trailer?
Yes.
I was like, you know what? Let's start this episode. We'll talk
Jesus.
about, we'll do the entertainment thing. We'll talk about Borderlands 3. But
Ooh.
no,
Yeah.
back straight into it. There's a
Wow.
Not
meme
my-
somewhere in this
not
that
my-
I'm going to make.
Don't get this confused.
You made it sound like
I'm
you're gonna have to
clean.
find the meme. Like it's just.
No, I'll make a meme out of it.
Yeah. So are we gonna get Borderlands 3 or what?
Actually, yeah, I already have.
Because I'm.
No, I mean, yeah, we should, but
Yes.
that'd
I'm
be-
down
that'd
to
be
get
fun.
it.
Please do
Looks
get it.
fun.
I'm really glad you guys are gonna get it because I think. It's gonna
I
be
think
fun
it's
with
going to be
mates.
like fucking a massive cringe fest.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get it.
What do you mean? Oh, you really hated the comedy in like the
No, I liked it in the first one and the second
you
one.
mean in
in
the
the third
trailers
one
and
and the
stuff.
pre-sequel. But yeah, I'm not 14 anymore. It's
Yeah.
not 2009.
I
you
mean,
know, like,
if it's fun though, it shouldn't matter.
I
Yeah.
know. But yeah, like I don't know, just like
Apparently,
there's one particular trailer. It's got Seven Seas of Rye in it. Is that what it's called? The Queen song. Seas of Rye. I don't think it's Seven Seas of
I'm
Rye.
not quite familiar.
It's it starts off with like I think they're the two villains.
Yeah,
And they're like doing like a live stream of like
Okay.
opening the vault and then it's like it's the Queen song. And it's just like I was just a bit like
I didn't actually watch.
and there's like
any
one
of the
bit in the
trailers, really.
trailer where it's like I don't know if they did it on purpose, but they did the whole thing where it's like the characters kind of it's like they were supposed to swear, but they changed the word so it's not a swear word.
Okay.
Like for instance, instead of saying motherfucker, she says mother hucker, and it's just like like just like if you wrote the trailer to have
Should've
the
just
swearing
bleeped
in
it.
it, why just beep it or like but like why like if they wrote it like that intentionally, it's just like
Just don't put the swearing
and like
in.
and just like the whole like we're so crazy and zany and lots of guns. It's like I feel like they need
Lots
to
of fucking guns.
yeah I feel like they need to do something a bit. It just seems
Yeah.
like it's like they're picking up where they left off. But like pre-sequel came out in like 2015, you know, like
Yeah, well, actually, I read the review.
yeah.
It got highly reviewed, and they like the review starts off. Borderlands 3.
It makes you
stubbornly
feel like
doesn't-
Batman.
Yes.
What?
Like stubbornly doesn't change up the formula.
Yeah,
like
I
it's
guess-
the same thing.
I
And I
guess so,
suppose
yeah.
it like if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I guess so, yeah.
And it
I know.
got like a 9 on IGN. So, I mean, yeah,
I
they.
have no doubt that it'll be great and fun, but I wouldn't get it to play by myself. Put it that way.
Fair enough.
And because I was talking to shout out to Jay Yardley, our mate.
Yeah,
I was
he
talking
got
to
it.
him about it.
I was going to talk to him about
I've
it
been
as well.
messaging him about it.
Yeah, because he's
and
a
he
big
said he
Borderlands fan.
hated it at first.
Really?
But then some story thing happened, and now
Okay.
he likes it.
Yeah, fair
And
enough.
he said
Third
it.
one.
Yeah, this the new one. He said he hated it at first and hated the villains, but then something happened, and now he really likes it, and he's really invested in the story. And he said at first it was really hard,
Oh,
like he was really struggling,
Oh,
even
wow.
though he was playing it on normal difficulty.
okay.
But now he's finding it really easy.
yeah.
So he's done a complete 180. I
Yeah,
don't know
wow.
if that's actually like indicative of how the game is.
He's
or
a
if it's just him.
basement dweller level gamer though.
I mean, what did he say? He always goes on about how he put like 4,000 hours into
Yeah.
Borderlands 2 or something.
Yeah,
shit
I
like
want to verify that. Actually, that's a good segue into something else I wanted to bring up today. But yeah, I want to see those actual stats.
You'd have to get him next time. Or just message him and be like, show us your Steam
Yeah.
hours for Borderlands 2.
And Fortnite.
No, that's on PlayStation.
We're gonna have to beep that.
We have to cut this out of the podcast. He's gonna
He's
come,
gonna
for us
yeah.
if he hears about this.
I'd be curious about like all the hours I've logged into Skyrim across like Xbox 360,
Oh, dude.
PS3,
I'd
PS4,
be
and
interested
Xbox
to
One.
Elder Scrolls in general, I would
close
have
to your mic.
clocked over 1,000, over 1,000.
I think I'd be interested to see how
Well
much
over.
hours I've clocked into Minecraft over all the
Oh,
different
yeah, dude.
platforms I've played.
And
it
I
on.
mean, we've all played it for so many years.
Yeah.
Like, I remember sitting in a fucking library in high school watching
yeah,
that
on our
dude.
school
Yeah.
laptops.
Yep.
How many hours have you clocked into Siege?
Actually, I know.
It's about
I know.
500 hours.
No, it's not. It's 255.
What? Oh, you got the app, don't you?
Oh,
On
you
your
know about
phone.
it?
I've got
You
the
called
app.
us on the app once.
I had a
Oh
look.
no, not that phone. No, I found an actual Rainbow Six tracker app.
Oh,
Yeah, and you
I
can
was
see
talking about
every
the
stat.
Xbox
It's
app.
great. It's
Oh,
really
that's
good.
What? What's
Yeah,
it
you've
called?
clocked to it's like Rainbow Six stats or
Because
something.
I'll show you my actual thing that like.
That would probably count time in menus as well, though.
Oh, that's a good
Wow,
point.
it's a
yeah.
long time.
That is a long time in menus.
You
Holy
spend
shit.
half your time
Half your
playing the
time
game in a
Trying to
menu.
open a fucking
in a
a
fucking
pack.
menu.
I'm fully experienced in the menus.
Yeah, you are. You're a big fucking attachment whore.
I've played like 2 minutes of the game, 500 hours of the menu.
Just
Yeah.
picking skins.
You also
picking
have a
attachments.
habit of like
It
leaving
says
your Xbox on the
520 hours.
Yeah, no, that's wrong.
Shit. I mean, you also have a habit of sometimes leaving your shit on.
Yeah.
Maybe you've just left your Xbox on a few times.
Maybe.
With Siege
Still,
just open.
255 is impressive.
That's a lot of time for
Yeah.
like a normal non-cave basement dweller
Yep.
person
Yep.
to spend in a game.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Have you seen him? Look at him.
I was gonna say it doesn't do much else, does it?
Fire! I've discovered fire and siege.
That's how it went. Fire and then siege.
Fire and Siege. Yep.
Oh, by the way, I don't think we've said, but Riley got an Xbox and Siege and shit.
I think we mentioned it last week.
Did we?
Didn't
I don't
that
remember
happened before the
We-
first episode, didn't it?
No, it didn't happen
No.
between
Okay.
because we were talking about all playing Siege afterwards.
And then
in the
you
last
said you should
episode.
get siege, and I said no. And then I got siege.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
I thought we didn't mention it last episode.
Oh well, we'll mention it now. Riley got an Xbox.
I don't know why
Yep.
that's
And he plays
important to
Siege with us
viewers,
now.
but
Well,
Because
we
he
made a
was
big thing
not
about leaving
included
it- yeah,
before.
in
that's right. The first
one.
Yeah, I was
episode. Yeah,
ostracized
so
and
that's
cast
why we
aside.
didn't talk about
Yeah.
Rainbow Six. Okay, I get you now.
Anyway,
And he had to
something,
cry and bought an Xbox.
something I want to bring up because we alluded to it last episode,
Yes.
and we have to
Ooh.
talk about the robbery. We alluded to the robbery
Yes.
last
Oh my
episode.
lord, one of my
And
favorite memes ever.
We have to talk
Fuck.
about it, or someone, Johnny Jones is going to get angry if we reference something.
Johnny
Yeah.
Jones.
So Riley, why don't you tell me the story of my robbery?
Wow, Riley tells a story.
No,
No.
I wasn't there. You tell the story.
Okay. Oh.
Oh man, it's so good.
Oh, I can see the fear
you
coming
want-
back into his eyes.
Yeah. getting
You
numb,
PTSD.
It was a lonely, dark night.
You do just fucking
April 2018.
flashes of someone going for a handshake.
Pretty much. I work at a fast food place, undisclosed name. I'm gonna have to beat
we
that.
didn't have any redacteds last episode, so we got to chuck them in.
We had two.
no,
we
but
had
they
two
weren't.
beeps.
They were, yeah, they were. It wasn't redacted.
Yeah, no.
Ben, I'm
Baxter said where Riley works, and I had to beep that.
yeah, but you got to actually use redacted.
Don't. Shut up. Stop saying the name.
Hey.
Redacted is so much better though. You got to do the redacted.
All right, well, I'm going to redact you right now. Brendan, continue.
Redacted. No, all right.
Redacted.
So I work at a fast food place. One night, this was last year. It was. Don't say it. See, Ben's like, I'm gonna jump in with the name. And it was after close. It was about 10:10. We have the kitchen. No one can see my hands who's watching, but you guys can see my
Yeah,
hands.
he's
we have
very
the kitchen.
expressive.
He's,
We
he's
go out-
making a jacking off motion.
No, there's the kitchen, and then you go out the back door, and then there's like a little back compound area, which is where we keep shit
It's where we keep the chickens, the
Where we keep the
enslaved,
chickens
the enslaved
before
poultry.
we slaughter them.
Freshly slaughtered.
And I went
You're
out the
getting-
back, and then there's a little compound area, and then there's two gates. I went to take the bins out, and I went out through the back door, out through the gates, put the rubbish in the big bins out the front, walked through the back gates, went back into the kitchen, and I went, oh, I left the mop outside because I was about to mop. I'm like, take the bins out, and I'm going to mop. I come back into the kitchen, I walk in, oh, forgot the mop. Walk around, push the door open. As I push the door open, some cunt jumps over the back wall, lands right in front of me, gives me a jump scare. and then goes in for a handshake. And then I go in here for a handshake.
You forgot a very important detail. He
What's
had
that?
a knife.
That's true, yeah.
just wasn't
I was
in-
getting to it. Yeah, he jumped. He had a knife.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Spoiler. This guy jumped over the wall with the intention of robbing the store.
Oh, that's very.
This is
naughty.
like we should become like a YouTube channel that like reads scary
Oh, yeah, we
stories.
retell.
Yeah.
Number 15.
Read Reddit. We read. I'll post this on Reddit. Only the ending is like the 2 girls with us got killed. No. So this guy jumps over the wall. I freak out for a split. He scares me for a split second. I think it was one of our other co-workers because he was a bit of a weeb, and he would do something like that. You guys know who I'm talking about.
God.
You know who I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I'll beep
Yeah.
it
Oh,
in. Yeah.
redacted.
I thought it was him. Legit. That was
I
the
forgot
only
he was
way.
still alive.
Huh?
I forgot he was
Yeah,
still alive.
I forgot he existed
that
too.
guy.
I only remember about him when I retell this story.
Yeah.
Because I remember thinking the only way my brain could like, the first thing it like did to like kind of understand what was going on, I was like, oh, it's this guy. And he's doing some weird prank shit, you know. But then the guy stands up. I'm like, oh, that's not him. I know that guy. And then I just remember him saying, I only want the money. I only want the money. I tried to close the back door on him and push him, but I don't remember pushing him. I only
Oh,
know I
man.
pushed him from the video.
That was
from the security camera.
honestly so, like that impressed me so much. You literally just like fucking go for a
was-
good shove.
That was just like fight or flight reaction.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I didn't think I'd like. Yeah. Anyway, so me and him have a little scuffle. I'm trying to keep him out, and then the manager on that night and the front of house girl, who's now my girlfriend, she wasn't at the time though, were like inside. The manager was doing like the money, putting the money away, like counting it to put it in the safe. And I'm just, they like hear this like scuffle going on, and then I'm just like, call the police, call the police. I go run around the corner, past
Penguin
like the
run.
orange, run around the corner, lose my shoe. I slip out of my shoe. I'll include the.
Oh, I didn't even realize you lost your shoe. I
Because my
mean, it's a slippery floor.
my
right?
shoelaces were untied, and I just hadn't bothered
okay.
doing them up. 'cause
Oh,
I'm like,
see, there's a lesson in this,
yeah,
everyone.
exactly.
Do up your
I was
fucking
like,
shoelaces.
almost the end of my shift. I'll just fucking leave it. I can't be bothered.
Wow.
Anyway, so I slip over, and as I slip,
Could have been such an important
foot
detail.
slips
Like, what
out
if
of
you
my
got
shoe.
killed because of it?
Anyway, we keep running. We all just fucking run.
Yeah.
I think Larissa, my girlfriend now, my partner,
Yeah.
she was the first one. She just fucking bailed straight out the door. The manager followed her.
Fuck this
And
shit
then I
up,
followed
man.
them because I'm like, if they're going, I'm not sticking around by myself. And then we ran across the road to a Domino's, and we called the cops from there. And but here's the craziest detail. I don't think
Oh.
I've told any of you guys this.
Jesus
Is that Alfie?
Christ.
Yeah, he was just.
Sorry,
had
everyone,
something
Alfie
in
just
his
Stop
fucking
throat.
interrupting my
roared at us.
story, Alfie. Jesus Christ, he's a.
Did you feed him soy milk?
That's a noise a beast would make.
Yeah,
He
that
is
was
a beast.
Anyway,
sorry,
as
yeah.
we were running for the short space between our shop and the Domino's, I
Yep.
looked to my right, and there's a gap between the 2 stores where you can see the street. I saw some dude running down the street, so I reckon old mate had a lookout.
Oh, you
Yeah,
want?
because
Oh.
at first I thought it was him. Maybe like old mate had just really quickly
Yeah.
because the way I see it, you can see it in the footage. He does end up coming into the store, but I didn't look back, so I thought maybe he's seen me run, scream,
Yep.
call the police. He just turned around,
Yeah, and
hopped
bolted.
over, and so I thought that was him.
Yeah.
But in the footage, he actually does run in, grab the money,
Yep.
grab some money, and then run back out.
Yeah.
Almost slips over as well.
And almost
Oh,
slips
does
over
he?
a few
Oh,
times because
wow.
he was just wearing like, I think he was just wearing
Just
like
runners.
Converse or something. Yeah. Just
Shout out the Converse.
Wow.
So I
see.
got my new Converse. Woo!
Oi, look at them.
All
They
stars.
This
fresh.
is sponsored by Converse.
Got
Run
them
away in
yesterday.
style.
Run away. in style.
slip on
If you're gonna
chicken
rob a
juice.
place, do it in Connie's.
Be
Anyway,
a con in Connie's.
So yeah, we that's pretty much it. We call the cops. They come. I go back and
Yep.
give my statement that night at the
Yeah.
detectives. To the detectives.
And I reckon
They dropped me back at the store, and then manager who was still waiting, and our store manager who were both waiting for me.
Yeah.
They told me like about how I like pushed the dude and stuff, and I was like,
That's so
I
funny.
don't remember.
That's honestly at the time, like that was the wildest story. Like when that
Yeah.
happened, I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit! And
It
then the
was-
footage, because you had the footage. you
Yeah,
saw
and
the
I'll
footage.
post the meme I made.
Oh my god, it
yeah,
was
there's
excellent.
hey Alfie, there's a. There's a little to be continued, you know, like the.
I mean, yeah.
to
I
be
tell you what,
continued
the
meme. I made
true-
it, so
Oh, so good.
yeah.
I'll tell you what the true lesson in all of this is. Don't
that?
forget the mop.
Yeah, don't forget the fucking
Yeah.
mop. Keep the back door locked.
And
even though we
do up your
don't.
shoelaces.
And then there was another. I don't know if we want to get into the other
Nah, that's too
situation.
recent.
It's too recent. Yeah,
Oh.
there was another robbery. I'll tell you.
But it
afterwards.
didn't really
true.
involve you.
I was working the night it happened,
Yeah.
but it didn't.
Oh, I
happen
know the
at
one.
The
Yeah, yeah,
store.
yeah, yep, yep,
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
I
that's a
get
bit
you.
recent. But yeah.
Yeah, fair
So
enough.
yeah, that was a bit wild. I had mild PTSD for like a few months afterwards.
Mm.
Like I was really easily like not scared, but like I would jump scare.
Oh,
easily.
yeah.
Like
obviously.
someone,
Oh, Jesus Christ, you scared me.
I
Fucking
was
hell.
like literally someone would just
you
go
were
like
so
that.
unimpressed with that.
Someone would just like move their arm quickly, and I'd just be like, oh,
Yeah.
I'd like flinch because like, oh mate, literally, it was a real life jump scare.
Yeah.
As Baxter said last episode,
Yes. All about those real life.
and that was
jump
my
scares.
brief,
Honestly, I was
brief brush with fame.
I was so surprised by how like little it looked like it affected you. Like you were so like calm
I
about
don't think
telling
it really
the story
did.
and stuff.
I was pretty G with it
Yeah.
afterwards.
He cried himself to
I
sleep that
literally,
night.
it happened on like a Thursday night. I went back to work the next night.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah,
a
that's
shift the
crazy.
next night. I did a close with Riley.
Hey.
I was
Yeah.
literally like, I remember like I had one of the managers call me the next morning. They're like, oh, are you okay? I was like, yeah. And they're like, are you sure you're right to come in? I'm like, yeah, I need the money, so I'll be there tonight.
Okay, good, we'll
and
see
they're
you
like,
at
are
10.
you sure? Like, we can cover it. And I'm like, no, legit, I have money. I'll be in. It's like, this wasn't that
I
bad.
guess lightning doesn't strike twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you
So
just
every
fucking
now
cheat.
and
But
then,
it kind of did.
I will like, I'll remember what happened when I go out.
But that
the
is
back.
the dumbest thing with robbery. Of course, fucking you can get robbed twice, you dickhead.
Not in like a row.
Not in the same
oh,
way.
like 2 nights in a row. Yeah, okay.
That'd
Yeah.
just be shit.
Pretty sure I think that happened like at the subway in Maroochydore. Like they got robbed a bunch of times really close together.
Yeah. I've actually, there has been 3 robbery altercations at our store. I've been there for all 3 of them.
Wow.
I've only
You're
been
just a
directly
fucking
involved in the
magnet,
one
dude.
tonight. Not
Tonight?
The one I
Dude, you're
told
moving my mic
tonight.
stand. You need to stop.
But all the other 2, I was both in the store for them, or at least for the aftermath.
Just a bad luck magnet, aren't you?
Bad luck charm. I don't know.
Awful.
All the
Bloody
shit that's gone down at that store.
It's all because of you, mate.
It's all because of me. Or some way I'm involved in it.
hell. Must hate you.
Why do you think they don't give me any shifts?
Better beep it again.
Damn it, Ben.
That's payback for the first episode.
Wait,
I'm gonna
have a
miss one
taste
of
of your
them.
own medicine.
No, no.
This is only hurting Brendan.
This is only hurting me. I was literally meant to say to you guys, like, let's try and minimize the amount of editing I've got to do now that we're putting them out.
Well, we're
sooner,
shortening the
and,
episode by 20 minutes, so there you
That's
go.
true.
We've
Yeah,
got to
true.
balance it.
So just
All
don't say
balance.
What about unemployed?
Oh,
Ooh, better beep
some
that.
shade.
Also, I was thinking about this today. I realized half of the Boomba Cast can't drive.
Oh, true.
Well, they don't let retards drive.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
How did I
exactly.
get my license?
Wait,
then?
what?
Give us a high five, Riley.
Oh, yeah, Baxter and
into
Riley.
into a microphone.
Yeah, do it. Right.
I'm not. I gotta say, these ciders, not too bad. It's literally just alcoholic apple juice.
These ones are super sweet.
Like,
yeah.
holy
I
shit.
don't like these ones.
Boomba Cast, sponsored by Summersby's Apple
I
Cider.
wish, dude.
Are we
Except
allowed
I've
to
got a
say
pure
brands
blonde.
and say sponsored if we're not actually?
Yes.
Or is that like another
Because they don't
redaction?
care.
I don't think it's a
let
big
them
thing.
come.
No, but I feel like they would care if say like one of us came out to be a fucking like child molester.
Probably.
Well-
I think if that would have happened, we'd just take all the episodes down.
Yeah,
So no one here on this
go around
couch.
kitty fiddling.
I'm looking
No one
at
go
you,
around
Brendan.
Keep that skeleton. Keep that skeleton
Especially with them
far
fucking
in the closet.
glasses.
They've got me. They've caught me.
I've got a fun little game for us to play this episode.
Let's do it.
It's related to
games.
I like games.
related to Baxter's mispronunciation of castle.
Oh yes. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So now I have come with a fucking Jesus! I just ate the mic. I've come with a list of. Are you doing that?
You've got your feet under the mic, Ben.
I'm not touching it.
Okay. I've got a list of words that can be mispronounced.
Why does it say Jamie up the top?
Because Jamie sent them to me. She's been a
Oh.
real big part of.
Oh, that's
this.
nice.
She's a big
Is she
supporter,
going to be on the
actually.
podcast one day?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, nice.
Maybe not after the story. All right, so
Can't wait for this episode.
Does she know about that?
yeah, she knows about that.
Of course
Okay.
she knows about it.
Well,
She's
I don't
his
know.
girlfriend.
I don't know what they tell each other.
Hey, Jamie, I got
She's one of
today.
And not by you.
Okay, so we got a list of words here. Fuck.
No, all right, go.
All right. First one is don't look at it.
I'm not. I can't see that.
First one is aeroplane. So
Okay.
do you pronounce it aeroplane or airplane?
Aeroplane.
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 Yep, no, I'm the same.
Okay.
Havianas.
I don't even know what that is.
Havianas or Havanas? Which is
Havanas.
yeah. See that?
What?
Yeah, you did that another episode.
Yeah, as in the
Are they
thongs.
The songs.
Yeah, the
Oh,
thongs.
I would have to see how it's spelled. How's it
Well,
spelled?
it's actually spelt Havianas, but a lot of people do
So
say
H-A-V.
Havanas.
Can you spell it out for me? Read it out. to me.
H-A-V-A-I-A-N-A-S. Lots of fucking A's
If
in there.
I had heard someone else pronounce it Havanas, I would probably say Havanas. But if I only read it, I would say
Havianas,
Havianas.
yeah.
By the way, those thongs are only for rich cunts. I don't care what
I
you
don't
say.
think
How
they
do you
are.
have
They're
a
like
pair, Ben?
city beach fucking thongs.
Yeah,
Shitty
you-
beach.
You spend you drop like $30 on a pair of
They're
fuck
good
Havana
thongs.
thongs.
I've never had a pair of.
Go to the dollar store, bitch.
I've never had
Go
a-
to the dollar store.
Shut up! I've never had a pair.
Go
of,
to the dollar store, bitch. Go to the dollar store. Go to the. There's a fucking mixtape in there somewhere. Go to the dollar store, bitch. All right, next one.
I haven't read through this list yet, so sorry.
okay.
Sorry. Mocha, like as in the coffee. Is
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
mocha?
Oh no,
Or
it's mocha.
mocha.
It's mocha.
Mocha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mocha
Unless you're a
cappuccino.
fancy mocha. I'd like a soy latte mocha, please.
Mocha cappuccino.
Mocha cappuccino.
Nike. Is it Nike or Nike?
Nikkei.
Nike.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Nike.
Yeah,
Nike.
Yep.
Nikkei.
Nikkei.
Okay, the strip A.
Okay, Rudolph. Is it Rudolph or Rudolph?
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
It's
Wait, how did
Well,
you say it, Riley?
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Yeah.
yeah.
It should be pronounced
It's-
Rudolph.
It's spelt Rudolph.
That's probably how it should be pronounced, but we're retarded in
Yeah,
Australia.
we're
Australian.
I think in
Yeah.
Australia we say Rudolph.
All right, here's
Yeah,
a good
Rudolph,
one.
mate.
Yeah, Rudolph, mate.
Scallop.
Scallop.
Also scallop or scallop.
Yeah.
I say
Scallop.
Scallop.
Fuck you. Whoever says scallop.
Are you scallop, Riley?
Yeah, I guess I'm a scallop.
You're a
it's
scallop? Nah,
Scallop,
it's scallop, dude.
Scallop.
No.
Potato
No.
scallops.
Yeah,
not
potato scallops.
scallop.
Just
Nah,
the way I
scallop.
Potato scallops.
I'll have a tidy scallop. Thanks.
You were doing this the other night. You were barking at my girlfriend at the gig. You were like cuddling your girlfriend. You're just going.
Why would you do that?
I think Baxter was a little drunk.
Why not?
That's so
I
strange.
think I got back from the toilet and she's just like,
He's
Baxter's barking at me.
while cuddling his own
And
girlfriend.
I look and he's got like his arms around his girlfriend. He just looks at me and goes,
Is it like you asserting your dominance? Like, are you worried Larissa's gonna suddenly turn lesbian?
Or are you
and
just
steal
like
your
autistic
girlfriend?
or something?
hey,
I mean, that's
I'm
a
I
okay.
think it's a
Very high
little bit of
possibility,
both,
yeah.
to be honest.
Column A, column B.
I'm okay with a bit of that action.
All right, we got next one is Parmigiana. Is it Parmi or Parma?
Oh, this is a big one.
Is it? I'm
because
I'm Parmi.
we had the if I tell this story, it's going to give away the place of mine and Riley's work.
Let's just say it's
yeah.
Parmi.
There was that particular promo.
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah.
There
The
was a lot of
secret
debate.
burger.
The secret burger.
Don will
I-
So what are you
understand.
saying?
It probably should be Parma, but I would say Parmy. If I
Well,
go,
I mean,
go
it's-
down and get a Parmy.
Yeah, okay, everyone goes.
Parmi,
yes.
fade, mate.
Yeah, that's what I would
Are you
say.
Parmi as well, Baxter?
Yeah, I'd say.
But there's no
It's
I in
actually-
the word. It should be.
No, there. So the
I thought it was
the actual way you spell Parmigiana is Parmigiana.
I always thought it was Parma. Yeah. Oh shit! So we're in the right. I thought we were in the wrong. Yeah, Parmy then.
So suck it, everyone else.
Yeah, suck at all those retards. It's Parma, not Parmy. You probably voted for Clive Palmer, you retard.
All right, next one is schedule. Is it schedule or schedule?
Schedule.
Yeah.
I think I've said both, to be honest.
I think
Schedule.
I do as well. It depends on the context.
I don't think about that.
Like if I'm trying to be a little bit fancy.
that's my schedule.
I'll add that to. Let me check my schedule.
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 I definitely add that to my schedule. Add that 4 o'clock to my schedule.
Schedule.
I pronounced it.
Schedule.
Schedule.
All right, next one. H. The letter H. Is it
Oh.
H or H?
H.
No, it's
H.
H. It's
I
how
think
you're
I
supposed
think
to
I
say
Have
it.
you
go
not
between
heard
the
of the
two.
man Triple H?
It's I think the correct way to
H.
pronounce it is H.
Yeah.
H is wrong.
Z or Z?
But I probably say H
Yeah,
more
yeah,
often
no,
than
I think I'm in the
H.
same
I
boat.
do it wrong, but the right way is H.
But like Z or Z.
Is that on your list? Z or Z?
It's
Is that-
not, but that is another one.
Well, I would say Z.
that one I'd mix between. It depends kind of what
Y
context.
and Z.
Z, you say Z?
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I'd say Z.
I'm
Y,
lost.
I'd say Y, W, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Say it over and over again. It's going to lose meaning.
Yeah, it's like that
Bowl.
episode of
Bowl.
of How Much You Matter.
Bowl.
The next one is kind of specific to the people who live in Victoria or who have sold cigarettes.
Okay.
What? Like black market.
So neither of us.
Is it Pall Mall or Pall Mall?
What?
Pomo.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of that brand.
Victorians. Well, it's a brand of cigarette. Pall Mall cigarettes. It's also a mall in Victoria or Bendigo or something.
Bendigo.
It's Pall Mall.
We're going
Well,
to Bendigo, Morty.
I'm
Hit a
pretty sure
pedal
it's
pop.
spelled Pallmall.
Oh, you'd probably say Paul Mall then, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
it's
Not
meant to be
Pall
Pall Mall, but Victorians say
Pall Mall.
Pall Mall.
Pall Mall.
But
That's
Victorians
a bit
are also
retarded.
weird.
Yeah,
And they can't drive. I apologise if you're Victorian.
Did you see the Broncos get absolutely raped last night?
No, I didn't. Was it
It was
bad?
58-0
Holy
in the
shit.
finals, dude. Against
58.
against
Wait,
the
Broncos
Eels.
made it to the finals this season?
I was talking to my dad about it. Apparently, in the
Against the
last,
Eels?
against the Eels. Apparently,
Oh
in their
my
last
Lord.
regular season game, they played the Bulldogs. Bulldogs are second last. Bulldogs beat them. And apparently, Dad saw that and he was like, "Broncos are fucked." And then
Dude,
they
they've
get
been
fucking
fucked for the start of the
absolutely
season.
raped.
The start of the season, they started off trash. They
I
brought it back a
honestly
little
haven't
bit.
been paying attention.
I
but
haven't been watching it like religiously, but
Yeah.
I've been kind of paying
I
attention.
used to keep up to it when I used to do tipping, but I don't even do
Yeah.
that anymore.
All I know is my team isn't going to win this year again. But
Did your
there
team
are
even
forward
make it to the
pass?
finals?
No, they didn't.
Forward
Did the
pass?
Cowboys? I don't think they did they?
I'm not sure.
I
Probably not.
think they've been pretty shit this year.
Everyone's been like all the usual good teams have been kind of trash, apart from
Anyway.
Storm as usual.
Anyway, you got any more?
Yeah, one more. This is gonna be an easy one. GIF or GIF?
GIF.
This is a bit
It's GIF.
it's GIF. Yeah, this is a bit contentious in internet world though.
It
isn't
is, yeah. Fucking. But people who call it GIF
well,
are like
apparently
50
the guy
years
who
older.
created GIF says it's GIF.
Well, he can't. He doesn't know how to fucking spell because it's G. Yeah, G.
Yeah.
GIF. Oh fuck.
But what does GIF? What does GIF stand for? Because apparently the G is like a grr sound. It's like a grr word.
Griff.
Let me Google it.
I don't know.
Vamp while I
Griff.
Google it.
What was that burp?
A cider burp.
That was a nasty burp.
That was worse.
That's
was
all
for
the
you,
words
bud.
we have on this week's.
Everyone give a round of
Ben's
applause
word.
to Ben's spelling bee thing. Pronunciation bee.
Spelling B. Spelling Ben. Might
Okay,
have some
I don't
more
think,
next week.
I don't think. Oh, graphics interchange format is what GIF stands for.
Okay.
So I guess
Oh.
because it,
GIF.
Because
Then
it
it's GIF.
moves.
yeah,
Graphics. GIF.
graphs. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently,
It's
the
not
creator
graphics.
of GIFs has a reason based on like.
Well,
what
the
it
creator is
spells,
fucking
but
wrong.
Yeah, anyway,
He's just an
I
asshole.
agree. So I was looking
difficult.
through my little list
Yes.
of shit to talk about this week.
Yes.
For some reason, I had Mr. Rex's chickens on there.
Oh.
I don't know why or when.
The
Did we talk
tragedy
about
of
that last
Mr.
episode?
I think
Rex's
someone made a
chickens.
passing reference.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know if that's like.
Yo, I'm
it's
getting
not our
attacked by
information.
Alfie.
It was a tragedy.
No, like we can tell the story. I don't know if
Oh,
it's going to be
humanity.
interesting to
We-
people who
we-
weren't there.
Long story short, we had a bit of an interesting high school teacher who taught us modern history, and he came in one morning because he was really sad
What
because
a
his pet
bloke.
chickens died.
Oh, we were all like, you could. He walked in, and like usually he's a pretty chirpy bloke. He's like
He
a
was,
real
yeah.
stereotypical Australian male, middle-aged teacher.
Yeah, for sure.
Walked in with his shorts jacked right up, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
his shirt tucked in, but
Oh,
but this time
the
his
meme
mum.
I
I'll
sent to
put
you?
the meme.
Yeah, put
starter
that.
pack
But he,
meme, yeah.
But this time he was just like depressed, and we are all like,
So one of us should make a Boomba starter pack.
Yeah.
Boomba starting pack.
Boomba podcast. Like
Oh,
prostate
yeah.
exam.
Oh,
The
Jesus.
Joker movie. Opening cans. Drinking
Fuck.
soy milk. Like, you know. Anyway,
Um,
sorry, continue.
Yeah, and he just came in, and we were like, oh, what's going on? And then someone asked him, someone said like, what's
Yeah.
wrong? And he was like, I really don't want to talk about it.
And then he ended up
And
talking
then he ended up
about
talking about
yeah.
it, of course, because you know you need to talk about things.
Yeah,
Get it
talk
out.
about things. Get things off your chest.
And he told us this tragic story about how that morning he'd gone to like feed his chickens and they weren't there because they were in a snake's belly. And a snake had come in during the night, and there was just a snake in the chicken pen where the chicken should have been.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
And it had eaten them, and like it had this tragic. And his daughters were crying and he's crying.
It was a sight.
I had to bury 3 good chickens.
There was blood everywhere.
You should have seen the feathers.
When did you guys have him? Because I heard about the story the same day as well. But I'm pretty sure it was when his hair was all wet and slicked back like it
I
was.
swear
in the
his
morning.
hair
We
was
had it
wet
like
and slicked
morning.
back for
Like we
us,
had,
yeah.
it was like first
I think
period.
where was one day? It was year 12.
Oh yeah.
Where we had him we had
Like
history
first or
up.
0? Because I might have had him 0.
Maybe you had him 0. We had him
Yeah.
first. Anyway.
Because I'm in the year like below.
Anyway, we've gone through more of the podcast than I realized. So I think we should get to the other
True.
segment of
Yes.
today.
Yes.
Existential questions.
Oh yes. Yeah. I'm
If
excited for
anyone,
this.
I got these off a website. Can't remember the name, but if anyone
Shout
has,
out to you.
shout out to that. Had a really shit name. But if any of you guys want to throw some questions
Okay.
in there while we're going,
Yeah, cool.
I'll start with the first one.
All right, hit us.
Do people have a right to be happy, or should they have to earn it?
I mean, like, I feel like you should have a right to happiness unless you unearn it. You know?
Ah, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
What are
So-
you, the happiness police?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he's saying if you do something bad,
Like, I
you
feel
don't
like
deserve to
everyone
be
should have the
happy.
right to be happy unless you go and kill a family.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't
know?
be happy if you do.
No,
shit like
Unless
that.
you're insane.
Then you get to be happy, but
The
in
way
a
you
special
said
room.
that
And smile.
was really quite concerning, but sure. Yeah.
Give us number 2, bro.
Hit us.
I don't know why I write this one. I'll skip that one. What do you think your purpose is?
Oh,
to
like,
eat, sleep, and fuck.
I own it. Like,
That's pretty much it.
Jesus.
Make money.
We don't have a, it's really, I
My
hate
mind and my
thinking
money,
about this
my
stuff
money
because
on my
I think
mind.
about this stuff a lot more than
Mm.
like I talk about it. But it's like we're really not here for a reason.
Not really.
And
That's
like
random
We're here
chance.
because some
Whatever you
yeah,
do-
some shit happened.
doesn't matter. Like on a
Pretty
on
much,
a
yeah.
on a large on a you know
Pretty
in the
much.
big picture, the big scheme of things, whatever you do is a drop in the ocean. You
Ben,
know?
I'll
Drop
tell
in
you
the
what
bucket.
your purpose is in life. Your
Come to our
purpose,
gigs.
no,
Okay.
is to spread the word
If you
about
say-
phone
Oh,
cameras
okay, yeah. Samsung
and how
Note
they're
10,
better
great
than
phone.
professional cameras.
They are.
But how
That is your calling in
Professional
life.
photographers are going to be
Pursue
made
it.
redundant.
Did you like my little editor's note in episode 2?
Oh my god, I saw that and I was like, you son of a bitch.
To be fair, I did that before you finally did send it to me on Dropbox. That was the night before, and then
Yeah.
I woke up in the morning
And I'd
and you'd sent it, but I'm like, nah,
Still, his
I've
phone
already
should have
printed
been
it
better.
out. I'm like, the
His
note's
phone should
staying
send it instantly. It should be so good.
I'm really oh sorry, keep going.
Okay. Why do you? This is kind of the same as the first
say
one.
Van
That
Helsing?
one. No. Van Helsing. You
Van
figured
Helsing.
out in the first episode what he actually said.
Hail Satan!
No,
you
I thought he was
absolute
saying
moron.
something else. Like,
Come on! Come on! Stop it! It's gonna be so many.
food works.
What? What?
You don't have to beep that one.
Ben used to work there, so we do actually.
Shit.
IGA.
Listen,
He used to work there too. Come on!
all right, what's the
Alright,
next one?
Riley, where did you used to work?
KFC.
Yeah.
Beat that one
Shit,
out.
you're just loving the chicken places.
Dude, have you tried chicken? Because I know that snake did.
What? He wasn't even there.
Mr. Rex is quaking.
Oh, imagine if he's
Wherever he is
listening
right
to
now,
it.
Mr.
He's like,
Rex
oh,
is
look
just
at that.
weeping.
My ex-favorite students have made a podcast. Let me listen to... I'll start on episode 3. Fuck this.
We need to send it to him. Like, skip to this time. Go.
Give it the timestamp.
Hear us talk about your chickens. Oh,
That'll be a flashback to Nami. We'll just fucking throw him back to the morning.
That's,
Alright.
that's a
All right,
source
what's the next
analysis right
existential
there.
crisis?
what's our biggest mistake as humans?
Oh, fucking hell. There's a long list of that.
Yeah.
Plastic is probably one of
Yeah.
them.
Pollution. All the bad shit.
Yeah.
Nuclear energy is pretty fucked up.
The Liberal government.
Yeah.
Liberal government!
Topical. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot. I think
Hitler was a mistake.
He was. He's a whole. But
How come
man,
you
he
have a-
looked good. Nazis had a great dress sense.
I mean, they did influence the stormtroopers from Star Wars, so.
That's exactly it.
The
Every
Imperials.
Star Wars fanboy
Mm.
should be thankful of Hitler.
They're
Without
pretty much-
Hitler, there's no Star Wars.
Everyone who likes Star Wars is a Nazi.
Without Hitler, there's no Empire,
she's
and without the
riding the
Empire,
line
there's
there.
no Star Wars.
She's riding the line a bit there.
So technically, Disney is now a Nazi company.
Even though they used to be Jewish.
No, I
Really?
thought Disney hated the Jews.
Did they?
Wow.
I always forget. I always can't remember if they're Jewish or if they're anti-Semitic.
Let's go on Thor Walt and just, like, ask him, and then right.
Yeah. Let's
Yep.
go melt him down. And
Oi,
be like,
Icy
"Oi,
boy. What's up?
So you Jewish or do you hate the Jews? I hate the Jews. No, I don't remember how he said.
Someone
might need to beat that one out.
someone just isolate that clip.
That sounded like Alex Jones.
Water in the frog. What was it? Turn the freaking frogs gay.
Jesus Christ!
I'm kind of retired.
I ate a big bowl of chili. Do you know Alex Jones?
I know Johnny Jones.
I know
Yeah, you
the
do.
turn the
Biggest
frogs gay thing. But
fan. Yeah, that's
Oh,
Alex.
God.
He's this
Okay.
crackpot
Oh,
guy.
I think I know.
I want you to choke me, Joe.
No, I'm kind of retarded. That's gonna be the best bit. Anyway,
All right, next one.
Last one. This is the last one. Do the ends justify the means?
Oh, that's a tough one because it depends on what the ends are and what the means are. You know?
Well, at the end of your life, was it really meaningful? I'm asking you specifically.
don't
Well, I
know.
don't know,
till
I'm
the
not
end.
Specifically.
Specifically.
That's another one for the word list.
Not East Indian Ocean specifically.
Jeez.
Not Antarctically.
Um,
Specifically.
I feel like, you
Go
know,
fuck yourself.
I feel like if it was like, you know, if we had to kill 1,000 people to save 1 million, then yes.
Why don't we
If it's
kill
a
a million
situation
to
like
save
that.
1,000?
Hey?
Nah, it's not worth it.
No, so that's not worth it.
That's not worth it.
No, it's
I
about the
thought you were saying to me the other day, we need a good cull.
We do.
Yeah, that's not the question.
Just well,
Because a good cull will save the rest of
3.5 billion
humanity
to save 3.5 billion
and the future
and the future of this very here planet.
and
Honestly,
our race.
Thanos was onto something.
The future
Yeah,
is
look,
Mars,
honestly, I
my
think
friend.
he had like the
He's a misunderstood villain.
yeah, like it's a pretty extreme way to go about it, but his intentions were all there, you know.
Yeah,
He
I
just
think
wanted to
so.
save
He was
the
coming from the right
universe.
place.
Because watch it,
dude.
he was a great dude. Watch,
Great penis.
you know, in fucking 5 years,
Lovely
the
gloves.
MCU, they're all going to be dead.
Yeah.
Because of global warming.
I mean, Iron Man's already dead. Rest in peace.
Whoa.
Spoilers.
You have to redact that.
Shit, beat that shit out for a fucking 4-month-old movie.
I was
at this
really
point.
appreciative of how, like, the Russo brothers and the internet handled the whole spoiler thing for that. Like,
I don't
they
think
put
so.
out
I
a
saw it
statement.
everywhere.
Really? I didn't.
I actually didn't. To be
I think
fair,
the
but
majority
I
of
saw
people
it, like,
didn't
the day
see
the
it.
movie came out. So
I
didn't
see. I
really
didn't see
care.
it straight away, and they put out a statement saying, "Don't be dickheads. Please save this." And I
That just baits people, though.
It does, doesn't it?
yeah,
You can't win in that situation.
I found it pretty good. But you know what was the complete opposite of that? Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
The cast were posting spoilers on their fucking Instagram.
I remember I saw like luckily I watched it live, but
Yeah.
after is this going to be a big thing? Have you seen
I've seen it.
Baxter? If you don't want to have
I'm not gonna
All
watch
right, we're
it.
about to say Game of
I-
Thrones spoilers. It's been a while.
Yeah.
season
you don't
8 when
wanna get
bloody
them, just listen.
Theon dies,
Oh yeah.
literally Sophie Turner posted like a picture of Instagram like that day with him being like, "Oh, it was a pleasure working with you," you know, like
Yeah.
really like not saying it, but like really
Yeah.
making
Well,
it
no,
obvious. Like
but,
it wasn't the last episode.
Yeah.
But it was really obvious, like, oh, he's going, he's gone, he's dead, you know? And
Peter-
I was like, thankfully I've seen the episode, but like...
Peter Dinklage posted a picture. I'm pretty sure it was of what was it? It was someone holding someone who was dead.
Yeah.
It might have been like
Maybe
it
like
might have-
Daenerys holding
yeah, it might have been
Jorah or
Daenerys.
something.
Yeah, and I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
Look, I feel like in his case, he probably has someone else running his Instagram for him.
I think most of them do because
Yeah.
now it's just all ads.
Also, I'm pretty sure
For their
Peter
merch.
Dinklage like has hated Game of Thrones for the last few seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know, they kind of ruined his character a bit.
Yeah, okay.
Tyrion was a bit stupid in the
Yeah.
last season and the season before.
Game of-
I don't really care, but yeah.
I don't know. The show
You
went.
can't really comment it because you haven't actually seen season 8.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I'll say this: the show went downhill when Tywin died.
The show went downhill when they ran
yeah.
out of book material, which is about the time Tywin died.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people saying as well this season they might have rushed it because the brothers who wrote it are moving on to the Star
They're
Wars
not brothers,
franchise.
but like the
Or
two
the
people.
pair.
Yeah,
they're going
D&D.
to be writing and directing the new Star Wars films and stuff. So
I think originally it was supposed to go for 10 seasons.
really,
Yeah. I
It
think
definitely
that was
could-
originally what
I
it
think
was
it
supposed to
definitely
be.
could have done with either a longer season or another season.
Honestly, it should have been a whole season
They had
dedicated to
so
fighting
much-
the Night King
yeah.
and a whole season dedicated to fighting Cersei.
I was so disappointed
least,
that
you know.
all that ended in episode 3.
Yeah.
That they just the Night King was done. One battle. Like this whole build up. Like that should have been the final thing. Like the whole build up of the show was like all this petty squabble about the throne is nothing compared to this guy.
Yeah.
And then fucking this little girl comes in like, woo!
Yeah. They went to the what's it called? The Rain Johnson School of Subverting Expectations.
Oh,
He's the guy who did episode.
Yo,
Was it?
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Like just because you subvert expectations doesn't mean it's
not
necessarily
a
a
good
good
thing.
idea.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Like that was his whole thing with episode. What was it? Episode 8, I guess, of Star Wars. Being like, like, oh, we're doing things that no one expect. We're gonna kill Snoke off and all this shit. It's like doesn't make it a good idea.
We're gonna turn light speed into a weapon. That hasn't been used at all. In the
I think they kind of went to that. Like, oh, like they said, like,
oh, they're never gonna see
had
this coming.
Ara, like, Aya do it because John's killed everyone. John's done all
he's
the
a
big
fucking
moments.
badass.
But so we didn't want him to do it. We wanted someone else. Girl power. It's like, probably should have just made John do it.
Yeah,
like, that would have made a lot more sense.
Or build up Aya doing it. Like
yeah, but like
there was
they've been
just
referencing
nothing.
to see like the Battle of Hardhome. There's that like moment when they're like on the canoe and the Night King's like standing on the shore and him and John are like staring each other down.
Yeah.
It's like
it's
it's
their
like, we're
rivalry.
gonna finish
That's
this
the
one day.
biggest rivalry.
And like
yeah.
nothing
I
happens.
should have killed Cersei.
Yeah.
John should have killed the Night King.
Cersei didn't deserve to die in the arms of the best character in the show, who was ruined. He should not have gone back to Cersei.
No, I agreed with that.
It probably wasn't.
It was
'Cause he did
a
only
logical end to his character.
Because he did only leave and go to fight
the
thing
the
to
White
save
Walkers,
Cersei. Yeah, because he knew that it was a real problem.
and their relationship has always been such a huge factor into why he did what he did. And I think having him return to that was a logical thing.
But yeah, Cersei didn't deserve a happy death.
No. That's just no. There was I had a few problems. I also I don't hate on it as much as everyone on the internet did because I get it. Like it was such a big build up and people had such high expectations. Like it would have been impossible for them to make the perfect final season. I just think they could have still done it better than they did.
Yeah, I agree. And at the end of the day, I'm just like, well, it's just a show.
Yeah.
At the end of
I'm
the day,
glad they
it
ended it.
sucks.
I'm glad they ended it.
Yeah,
I hate, and there's nothing worse than a show that goes on too long and ruins a good show.
Yeah. I mean,
I could still
happened,
it did a bit, but you could still consider it a good show overall.
There's definitely more good than bad. I would say.
Some shows
Game
just
of
go
Thrones,
on and it's just like you have completely.
I think Dexter's a
ruined
good
it.
example of that.
Yeah?
Everyone says it went on way too long, and there was just like so much shit.
Yeah.
One thing I want to quickly touch on
Yep.
before we ended. This is probably more for you, Ben, than the other two.
Yep.
Here, but I've heard some shit and some shit's come out online. Apparently, Rooster Teeth are a bit dodgier behind the scenes than they might appear.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah,
I actually haven't.
Do you know who they are, Riley?
I
You know
know.
them.
They're like the
red
versus
blue.
red
Baxter,
versus
do you
blue.
know who they are at all?
Sort of.
I'm really surprised more people don't know who they are because I've been asking people at work the same because people will be like, "Oh, what's the podcast about?"
It's
I'm
nothing
"Oh,
like super. I just thought to bring it up because that was our initial inspiration
Yeah,
to start a podcast. Was
Yeah.
the Rooster Teeth podcast.
What's the dodginess?
It's nothing. It's not anything that other people don't do. I think it's just they
seem like such a
recently
wholesome
fired like 50 people.
Whoa.
Like mostly like animes, like not any of like
Okay.
the on-screen talent.
Yeah.
Because they've really in the last I'd say last few years, they've really been like throwing all their resources into like the animated shows.
Yes.
Like after Ruby got massive.
Yep.
They're
They've got
trying to-
they've
they're
got another show, Camp and stuff.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
like Camp, and they had one called Nomad of Nowhere as well.
Okay.
And so they've been like throwing heaps of resources, hiring heaps of people.
Yeah.
And they recently did this show, which I didn't watch, called Genlock.
I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah,
they
and
always
they
talk
like
about
really
it.
pushed it, and it was like this massive show. They had like actual big actors in it. They had
Wow.
David Tennant, who used to be a doctor.
Holy shit.
They had Macy Williams from
What?
Game of Thrones, and they had Michael B. Jordan, who was Killmonger in
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Holy
He
crap.
was also a basketball player.
And he was also in the Rocky
Hell
movie,
yeah.
the most recent, not
Yes.
Rocky movies, the
Yeah, it's the Creed.
Creed.
It's
yeah,
Rocky
he
training.
Was in, he
someone
was
else.
in the Creed movies.
And
Yeah.
he was in Space Jam.
Okay.
That's a different one.
Anyway, yeah. So and there's just like they've been getting accused of like hardcore. Like, do you know what crunch time is? Do you guys know what? It's this
like
thing-
when you explain it, I'll know it.
Yeah,
It's like that time, like that last
it's
month
the last
of
little bit
production
like it's
where
like
they
movies, like games. It's like they get to the end bit. It's like everyone's just gonna work
working overtime.
overtime. No one's gonna get paid. We're all just gonna work it because we want this project to succeed. So everyone's just going to put in, 80 hours a week just for the love of it. It's just like we're going to work and work the workers.
Yeah.
And apparently there's like a lot of like the management system isn't very good there. Well, and there's a lot of people trusting people just because it's like, oh, we're friends.
Yeah.
So there's like there was one particular guy who was in charge of the animation department.
Yeah.
And he was also the director and creator behind Genlock.
Okay.
So if people had a problem with how it was being run, the person they were supposed to go to was the head of animation, but he's in charge of the show. Oh. So they couldn't complain to anyone.
Okay.
And eventually that got to a point where he was asked to step down from head of animation.
Oh, wow.
And just take care of the show. And the show cost him a bunch of money. No one watched it because it was on their website and you had to pay for it. And apparently, I haven't seen it, but I've heard it was dog shit.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah. And then the last thing that I heard about was if you can go onto this website called Glassdoor, and it's this thing where like workers can go and rate their workplaces or like rate businesses.
Oh, wow.
It's not good.
Really?
There's a lot of past and present. They're all anonymous.
Yeah.
Past and present people on there giving reviews. And a lot of them, they say like it's hardcore nepotism. Like they favor like friendships and there's like hardcore cliques and it's like a messy workplace and there's like they overwork people and apparently they hired a bunch of like animators and stuff, promising them full-time positions after a 90-day trial, and then after that just fired them.
Damn. That's crazy because since high school and like during high school and all that, like, it was always the dream, like, to go work at Rooster Teeth. It's like, holy shit, like that is so cool.
I think like shit like this goes on like apparently Rockstar are horrible for crunch time and shit like that. And I think Bungie used to be pretty bad. Apparently Halo 3 had like horrible crunch time. And the people who made what's it, LA Noirs, like Bondi Games or something, they essentially got shut down because of all this like abuse shit that came out.
I heard a story about that.
Yeah,
like that English, it was like some English dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know there was like a bunch of bad shit happened when they were making that game. So like it happens, but I think it's the problem that Rooster Teeth try and still like, we're just a couple of guys making videos.
Yeah, it's like,
we
it does
get
seem
on
like
really well and nothing bad happens
a
here.
chummy thing. That being said, there is also really two sides to every story and all that. And,
obviously. I'm not judging.
I also I don't think like the original like Gus, Jeff and all that are actually as in charge as we think they are, because
Matt
we've been
was
watching.
one of the original
Matt's
guys.
the CEO.
He's the CEO, but he's probably the only one. Yeah.
Gus and Bernie and Jeff and stuff, like I don't think they actually run a lot of it. Like just from watching the recent podcasts, the way they talk about it, it's like they are employees of the company as well now. Like Rooster Teeth is bigger than them. I mean,
Rooster Teeth is owned by this company called Fullscreen, and now they're owned by Warner Media.
What?
They're owned by Warner Brothers
Holy
now.
shit. Well, they're big media producers now. Like, they have a lot of shows. They've got movies.
Yeah, it's just like, and like shit like this has been going on for a while, though, because I remember the chick, I can't remember her name, who used to do the voice of Tex in Red vs. Blue, quit a few years ago, like 2013, 14, claiming like nepotism shit. And I think it was because of just like favoring like friends or family members. And I think it was because Bernie's girlfriend, now wife, Ashley, was like getting all these, it's like, what does she offer that anyone else doesn't? But she was getting all these opportunities. Like, why does she work? They're almost like creating shit for her to do just because she was dating Bernie, you know? Like, I suppose she was saying it was shit like that, you know?
It'd be hard in a thing like that that started from a group of friends. Yeah. Like, you know, it's not like a business where it's like a business. It was a passion project
and now
and
it's
a group of friends, and now it's turned into a business, but it's still a group of friends. And
they're trying to walk this weird line. Like, they actually, at their core, they are a business. And shit like this happens, but they're still trying to walk that, oh, we're just a group of friends. Doing shit, you know. It's like, no, there's more to it than that, you know. That's kind of what I found interesting. They've been quite like trying to hide all this shit, I guess.
For sure.
Yeah, like I don't even think the animation department is like where they are. Like, I think it's somewhere else. Like, it's not where they like do
it'd be
the
at least a
podcast
different building.
It's
they have a couple of different hangars and stuff.
Like, I don't think it's really attached to them that much. But
well, there's a completely separate Rooster Teeth animation channel now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think
I've only recently discovered how much of their content is actually not on YouTube. It's all on their website.
Yeah, they really push their website.
Yeah, and it's good. I think they've made a lot more of it free now. You just don't have ads and stuff with Rooster Teeth first, but they're still like, I want to watch Achievement Haunter, but that's
that's all paid shit.
Plus.
I'm not paying for shit.
No.
So fuck Rooster Teeth. Anyway,
No, I love Rooster Teeth still. How long are we?
We can definitely wrap up.
All right.
Yeah. We're at 51 minutes.
Oh,
thereabouts.
God,
So yeah, we can wrap up. That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, I just thought that was very.
Yeah,
That
no, it's
Rooster
an
Teeth thing's
yeah.
happened recently.
I
just
see.
thought it'd be
I
interesting.
haven't heard it. So
Yeah,
I'll
I mean,
look
I only
into
heard
it.
about it because I woke up this morning and I was just like, oh, while eating my breakfast, I'll throw on the most recent off-topic podcast.
Oh yeah.
It was just like one of the things
Yep.
on my like homepage. I was
Yeah.
like, I just want something to watch in the morning.
Yeah.
And it started off with Jeff doing like a big spiel, like a big speech
Wow.
about like like how they fired people and just being like, oh, don't judge us, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
And then I
okay.
did like some more
Research. Yeah.
Googling and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck them.
Yeah.
fuck Rooster
Fuck
Teeth.
Rooster Teeth. Here's us. We're gonna
We love
become a
you.
big company like them one day and have to do shit. And we're gonna
Nepotism is going to be our
nepotism's
motto.
gonna be rife.
Fuck Boomba Cast. Fuck Rooster Teeth. Let's go get some spaghetti.
Yeah, let's go get some
I'm
sizzler.
ready for
Fuck
that.
you, Baxter.
All right.
All right, cheers
Love
for
you,
watching. Subscribe, like, share.
Yeah. All that good
Fuck
stuff.
Johnny Jones. Fuck you, buddy. Hope you like listening to my voice
Love you
this
all.
time.
I'm gonna go pee.
Whoa! Let's do a scream at the.
No, that wasn't. No.
I know. I thought you guys would all just join in with a big chorus
Alfie's
of
just like,
screams.
what the fuck,
No.
bro?
Okay, see ya.
3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Brendan back once again from the future. So thank you for sticking around if you've made it this far and listening to my secret little message. So you know that section I told you about that we had to cut that was about a certain member that didn't want that certain section getting out? Well, he said, and this is his words, not mine, he doesn't want it getting out yet. So that means he's okay with it getting out at some point. So here's the ultimatum. If we can get our subscriber count to 100 or our likes on this video, or any video, in fact, to 100, we will release the segment. So whatever comes first, 100 subs or 100 likes on a particular video, we will get it to 100. We'll get it to 100. We'll put the section out. Now, the certain member doesn't know about this, but he doesn't have a choice. We've already agreed, and we're going ahead with this. So good luck, dude. Yeah. So yeah, like, subscribe. Definitely like, subscribe if you want to get yourself some exclusive Naughty Boy content. All right. I'll see you next episode.